think what the mayor, really, if you listen to her overall press conference, it was clear that she was pointing to the facts. And the facts were that crime is down in D.C. and that the president's plan is working. Obviously, when you look at those two things, one of them is very objective when you just look at the real results of crime being down. The other is relative when you talk about the trust factor. And I think that the reality is that President Trump is setting out to make our nation's capital safe once again. And when you look at the things that have happened, that's taking place. I mean, nearly 1,200 arrests. When you look at 100, I think it's more than 120 illegal guns have been seized, which I think everybody certainly would applaud. When you look at the fact that 4 missing children have been rescued, I mean, these are real facts and statistics. And when you look at that objectively, you have to say it's working. And I think the president set out to be a leader, making law and order an important piece of the America First policy. And I think maybe Washington's going to be a role model.
What about the future, though? I mean, the president obviously wants to extend this operation and the Guard's deployment past this initial 30-day period. But at some point, those troops are going to be sent home. It's not a forever fix. So what's the game plan then, sir?
Well, I think, first of all, we've got to recognize in Washington, D.C., that I certainly have supported that we repeal the home rule there within Washington, D.C., and that our president is free to extend if necessary. I do recognize that obviously things are going to go back, but I think people have got to look at the leaders that we're electing and that we're choosing. And we got to this place, frankly, from my perspective, because of the soft on crime policies that have just seemed to ravage many of our major cities across the country. And Washington, D.C. is just a major example of that. And so I think that when the people see this working and they recognize that when you get tough on crime, when you do actually enforce the law, then you're going to begin to see changes come to your community. And I think it's a great, again, as I said, it becomes an example, becomes a role model to municipalities around the country. And a lot of municipalities are having elections going up right now. And this November, it's an opportunity for some real discussion about crime in our cities.
We'll see. We're on top of this closely, so we'll see what comes next. Speaking of crime, before I let you go, sir, you know, I'd be remiss not to ask you about the heinous shooting that we witnessed in Minneapolis yesterday. 2 children killed, 17 others injured while praying during Catholic school mass. I mean, church and school should be 2 of the safest places out there. You're a pastor. Your response to the tragedy?
Well, it is a tragedy, Marky, and I think all of America felt it yesterday. I mean, to think of an 8-year-old and 10-year-old killed in cold blood. Obviously, more information continues to come out about the shooter. There's some serious issues here. As soon as I heard about it yesterday, my mind immediately went to Nashville just a couple years ago when we saw a church and a church school there in Nashville. Very similar situation, very similar circumstances. I think we as Americans have got to wake up. We've got to look at the realities of the issues that we're dealing with. And I think that this is another one of those cases that we've got to have serious conversation about the issues surrounding the shooter herself.
It's just the stuff of nightmares. Every parent's worst nightmare come true. Congressman Mark Harris, thank you so much as always for taking the time, sir. Greatly appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.